Hello, Joshers, and welcome to another episode of JEEZEEbox. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel's Avengers: Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron is arguably one of the best Avengers movies, in my opinion. There's literally that side shot of them, and it's not the same as the one in the first Avengers where, you know, it goes from like character to character across the city during the Battle of New York. Great scene, you know, circle up, phenomenal. However, in this one, we've got all of them taking on a Hydra base. Super classic Avengers. We've got Hawkeye, all the good ones. Hawkeye in this one, Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, is absolutely amazing. He has some really great dialogue throughout this movie. His and Quicksilver's little banter near the end of the movie, it's hilarious, where he's talking about how if he could just take him out, no one would even miss him. So funny. And his speech to Scarlet Witch that gets actually both of them onto the team. Pretty cool. He's a good role model there. Tony is basically looking at an option to retire for the Avengers so that they don't have to do this for the rest of their lives. He's looking at options for that, decides to create an AI with the help of Bruce Banner. They end up accidentally creating Ultron, voiced by Mr. James Spader, who absolutely crushes it in this movie. We definitely see Disney's touch in this one too, because he even sings a song from Pinocchio about how there's no strings on him. A great scene where the Avengers all party together and they all try to lift Thor's hammer and none of them can get it up. Sounds like a personal problem. Get to see that Hulk and Black Widow have a relationship. She likes him because he's the most powerful person on Earth, but doesn't want to be, and she likes that about him. When Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are allied with Ultron, she uses her little magic powers to basically give them visions of the future and what's coming. One of those visions actually ends up turning Hulk into an aggressive rage monster and unleashes him in the middle of a city. So Iron Man suits up Hulkbuster suit. Iron Man's suit meant to take on the Hulk, which he has to use because Scarlet Witch, when she and Quicksilver are allied with Ultron, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. This movie is just full of banter. It's always really fun to watch the Avengers movies, though, because those are the ones that primarily cross over. Of course, we start to see as these movies went on and the shows go on, now on Disney+, we're seeing a lot more crossover. We're seeing a lot more characters sharing screen time, whereas originally it was, oh, this is Iron Man, it's an Iron Man movie, and even though, I guess, War Machine, bad example. Captain America, it's Captain, well, then you got Winter Soldier, Falcon. Okay, maybe they've always been doing crossovers. Interesting. Ultron hates the comparisons between him and Tony Stark, but he's definitely got a lot of the ego, etc. Basically, Ultron decided after being plugged into the internet for like 30 seconds that the world was worth destroying. So, read into that what you will, but I don't know that I would disagree with him. If I was exposed to the internet all of a sudden and that was like my first moment of existence, I would probably be like, eee. Quicksilver, of course, gets blasted full of holes at the end of this movie, and that was because you can't compete with the Quicksilver from the Fox movies that were coming out, the X-Men movies at the time. There was just no beating that version of Quicksilver, so they decided to focus more on Scarlet Witch. We also see the introduction of Vision in this one by Mr. Paul Bettany, who had been voicing Jarvis, and he is actually Jarvis in the android body that was being developed that Ultron wanted. Ultron ends up building his own body out of vibranium, which he gets from Ulysses Claw, who stole it from Wakanda. So we're constantly building in Marvel, because we were working our way towards Black Panther, which of course comes next. Ultron's plan, which is to lift the city of Sokovia up and then just drop it down and meteor the Earth into extinction. That ends up connecting as well into Civil War. So we're seeing a lot of threads here that'll get pulled as the series goes on. I love this movie. This is definitely one of my favorite ones. It does start out with the scepter. We get the scepter back, and of course that's the jewel in Vision's head, which is the soul gem. which is what gives him his existence, such as it is. All of the Avengers are teamed up in the end in a circle, literally fighting back to back against just hordes of robots created by Ultron. Just a really explosive movie. Really fun. I definitely recommend it. And why dress like you when you can wear me?
Thank you.